Hi everybody, my name is Pulkit Chabda. In this video, we'll be discussing the next problem of the ongoing series, which is B same parity cements. This is a problem from round 640 div 4. So let's get to it. The problem says that we are given two integers, two positive integers n and k, represent n as the sum of k positive integers of the same parity, right? So we have to represent it as sum of k numbers which have same parity. Same parity means having same remainder when divided by 2. Either all of them should be odd or all of them should be even, right? In other words, find a1, a2 up to ak such that all ai are greater than 0 and n equals to a1 plus a2 plus up to ak, and either all ai are even or all ai are odd at the same time, right? If such a representation does not exist, then we'll report it. And the first line contains an integer t, which is the number of test cases. Then in each line there are two integers, which is n and k, that define that particular test case. For output, we have to print no if there doesn't exist any answer. If an answer doesn't exist, and yes if the answer exists, and the required values ai. If there's several answers, we can print any of them, right? So this is it. This is the question. I'll be moving to the solution part now. So if you want to give it a try for yourself, you can pause the video and think it for yourself. So basically, what we are given here is that k blanks, sort of k blanks. We have to fill some numbers in this blanks such that all numbers are greater than 0, and all of them have same parity, right? So what I can think of is, let's just check basically whether is it possible to write n as a sum of n odd numbers. If yes, this just do it. Then check, is it possible to write n as a sum of k even numbers. If possible, then do it. If not, if neither it is possible to write it as the sum of odd nor even, then we'll just report that it is not possible. Now, regarding checking, let's first just see for the case of odd. Now, while we are basically looking at the case of odd, what we'll be doing is we'll just fill one initially in each of these blanks. Let's say 1 1 1 1 1. Now it is possible that the sum already exceeded k. The sum already exceeded n in the case when k is greater than n. So in this case, we know that our answer is not going to be possible at all, because we need all of them to be positive, right? We need all of the numbers to be positive. So it is not possible to get such positive k numbers which sum to n, because k is already greater than n. Else what we can do is, we know that okay, we have all these numbers. What we'll do is, we'll see what is the value of n minus k. That is the basically sum that we need more, right? So we'll just add it to one of the numbers, and then we'll just basically check if this particular number is also odd or not. If this is also odd, then we have found our answer. But if it's not, it means that it is even. So it means that it is not really possible to represent n as the sum of k odd numbers. So similarly, while we are checking for if it's possible to write it as a sum of k even numbers or not, initially what we can do is just fill each of them by 2, because 2 is the smallest even number that we have. Just do it. Then see if the sum has already exceeded n or not. If yes, then it's not possible to write n as the sum of k even numbers, because even the smallest even numbers k times the sum exceeds n. If not, let's just add n minus k to one of the numbers. Oh sorry, not n minus k, n minus 2k, because we have achieved a sum of 2k as of now, and we need n minus 2k more. Now if this number is also even, it means that we have achieved the target. If not, it means that it wasn't really possible to write the sum of to write n as basically sum of n even of k even numbers, right? Now there's a possibility that you may say, hey, why are you adding all of the n minus 2k, the remaining sum that we require more, in only one of the numbers? It is possible that you may divide it into multiple places, and then you can basically maintain the parity. Why are you not doing that? So it's a good question, but it will not really matter, right? Let's say if n minus 2k the remaining sum that we have to divide among these numbers is even. If it's even, then we can simply add it to any one of the numbers, right? So if it is even, then even plus even is going to remain even only, then it's fine. But the other case, if n minus 2k is odd, if it's odd, I know that if I would have added it to just one number, then it would have resulted in changing its parity, right? But if even if I add it to multiple, even if I divide it to multiple places, then also it is not possible for the sum of some even numbers to be odd, right? At least one of the numbers that I chose to give to one of the places should be odd, right? So I hope it is somewhat clear that it is optimal to basically just try and put the remaining sum into just one place. And this basically holds for the other case as well, the case where we wanted the ones and the remaining sum was n minus k. We knew that n minus k, if it's positive, if it's even, then adding n minus k to 1 doesn't really change its parity, right? And if n minus k was odd, then even if we divide n minus k into several other numbers, and adding them all should result in n minus k, at least one of them should have been odd, right? So I hope this clears how we'll be solving the question. Now let's go and write some code. Okay, so I'll just copy the test cases. Yeah, so the first thing I'm going to do is take the input of number of test cases, then cin int n cin n, then along with n I should have taken k as well. Yeah, n and k, right? I'll just say if check even or check odd n comma k, then don't think, continue. I'll just basically print the answer there itself, else just say cout now. Now let's just try and make these two functions, check even int n comma k, int n comma int k. Now in this case what I'll have to do is I'll see int rem equals to n minus 2k, right? The remaining sum is n minus 2k. If rem is less than 0, then I'll say return 0. It means that it is not possible, right? If the 2k exceeds n. If not, I'll see if rem percent, if rem and 1, it means that if the remaining sum is odd, then also we just discussed that our answer is going to be not possible, right? Else what I'll do is, I know that the answer is possible, I'll say cout yes, and I'll say for int I equals to 0, I less than k minus 1, so basically k minus 1 times, I'll print 2, cout 2, and in the end I'll say cout 2 plus rem. That's what we discussed, right? And I'll just say return 1, that the answer is possible. Similarly, we can write for check odd int n comma int k. I think I just copy it and just make the changes. Now in this case the rem value will be n minus k, because the sum of k ones is k, and in this case if rem is less than 0, then return 0, and if rem is odd, then also return 0, else the answer is yes. For the first k minus 1 values, I'll be printing 1, and for the last one I'll be printing 1 plus rem and return 1, right? So yeah, this is it. I hope it is clear. We'll just try and run it once. So yeah, the answer is yes, 10 and 3, so 3 or even numbers, 2 to 6 sum to 10. Okay, or let's just submit it to check it. B. By the way, this timer is going because I was just taking part in this contest virtually. Yeah, it has been accepted, right? So I hope the solution is clear. If something is doesn't, if something doesn't make sense to you, you can comment down below. I'll try and clear it to you. So this was it for this video, guys. Thank you very much. See you guys in the next one.